I'd like to commence this video with a request. For those interested in receiving more premium betting tips and predictions, especially if my guidance has contributed to your success in winning bets and generating revenue, I kindly seek your support in revitalizing this channel. Your assistance plays a crucial role in bolstering my presence on YouTube. You're welcome to explore my Patreon support tier or check out my various plans. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you seeking our premium picks. You can find the link in the bio and comment section below. Thank you for considering and supporting me. Athletics versus Padres. My team pick is Padres minus 1.5 run. The Athletics are also ranked 25th or worse in both base running, minus 4.7, and defense/fielding, minus 21.9, in the Fangraphs database. With all of the top-tier talent that San Diego has, you cannot be making mistakes on the base paths or in the field. These are the kinds of things I like to look at when having to lay 1.5 runs with a home team. Since Oakland is so unstable in many critical areas, I'm going to ride with San Diego on the run line. My total pick is under. On the flip side, the Athletics offense has struggled mightily recently, averaging only 1.6 runs per game over their current 2-6 SU run. Over the last 15 days, Oakland is 29th in both team batting average, .202, and OPS, .579. They'll face Michael King, who has posted a 0.75 ERA over his last two starts, 12.0 IP. Runs should be at a premium in this one, so I'll play the under. Braves versus Orioles. My team pick is Braves to win. These teams met in May of last season, with the Braves taking 2 of 3 at home against the O's, both wins coming by just a run. This is an interesting matchup with a combined total of 3 career starts between the two starting pitchers. Atlanta entered this series with a sore chin after a tough weekend. The Orioles were in a lot better shape coming into the series, but with Povich on the hill in this matchup, they might find themselves getting beat up a bit. The youngster is making just his second ever start, and while the nerves of the debut are out of the way, he still has to face one of the better lineups around. It will also be his first outing in front of a home crowd, which could prove to be a bit nerve-wracking as well. While Schwellenbach hasn't been a whole lot better, this is a great opportunity for him to prove himself against a potent offense. Look for the Atlanta starter to step up. My total pick is over 9.5 runs. When they met a season ago, the over went 2-1 and the teams averaged 9 combined runs per game. This season, 58 games between the two teams have hit the over. Each team is sitting at the end of their starting rotations, putting a pair of rookie hurlers to the hill who have allowed a combined 12 runs in just 3 total starts. On the offense side of things, these are 2 of the top 12 scoring clubs in baseball, with Baltimore sitting atop the game with their nightly production. The Braves' offense averages 4.59 runs per game on the road this season, compared to their 4.26 at home. Nationals versus Tigers. My team pick is Washington to win. Before 2023, these two teams had met in just 2 series dating back to 2016, and in their last 3 outings, the Nationals have gone 3-0, giving them a 7-3 overall mark in their past 10 head-to-head encounters. On top of that, Tigers starter Reese Olson has allowed 13 earned runs in his past 2 starts, while Nats starter Jake Irvin has a 13.50 career ERA in 1 start against these Tigers, so expect a thrilling battle with a big Washington victory. My total pick is over 8 runs. In their 4 head-to-head matchups dating back to 2023, the over comes in at 3-1, with the average total runs scored in that time coming in at exactly 10, with both starters coming into this meeting with an ERA over 3 on the year. For the Nationals, the over is 5-4-1 in their past 10 overall games, with the team giving up 4 runs per game over that time, and for the Tigers, the over sits at 8-2, with the average total runs scored over that time being over 9 per game. Cubs versus Rays. My team pick is Cubs to win. Heading into action Monday night, the Rays are in last place in the American League East, fresh off a 4-game sweep at the hands of the Baltimore Orioles. Tampa Bay has lost 8 straight home games to AL East opponents, equaling a franchise record, and hasn't been last in the division this late into a year since the end of the 2016 season. Javier Assad allowed 5 runs on 7 hits across 5.2 innings to take the loss last Thursday against the Reds. He walked 2 but had 7 strikeouts. Tampa has struck out the 5th most in the majors. Assad will have an advantage in this game, and I expect him to deliver another nice performance. My total pick is over 8 runs. Aaron Civale will take the hill in the second game of this series. Last week, in a start against the Baltimore Orioles, he gave up 7 hits with 1 walk and 8 punch-outs. He's gone 10 straight starts without recording a win, going 0-4 over that stretch with a 6.66 ERA, 1.50 WHIP, and 50:15 KBB through 50 innings. Tampa Bay acquired Civale last year, and he had a 5.36 ERA in 10 starts. In 13 starts this year, his ERA is 5.91. I like the Cubs to put up a crooked number on the veteran righty. The total has gone over in 8 of Chicago's last 12 games overall. Take the over. Marlins versus Mets. My team pick is Marlins plus 1.5 runs. It is hard to find a way to pick the Mets in this game despite them facing the worst team in the National League. New York are hitting just .216 when they have played at home. They are also just 13-23 when they are playing at home. The Mets are starting David Peterson, who has just 2 starts this year. He has been inconsistent in both of those starts, which provides an opening for the Marlins. They are starting Braxton Garrett, who has an ERA of 0.64 in 2 road starts. Miami is also 4-1 when Garrett has earned a start. This is a good chance for the Marlins to steal another game on the road. My total pick is under 7.5 runs. The Marlins and the Mets come into Wednesday's game as some of the worst on the offensive end. Miami has scored the second fewest amount of runs, and they have hit the fewest amount of home runs. New York is also hitting .216 at home, and they have scored the 14th fewest amount of runs. Expect another low-scoring game in this National League East Division tilt. Guardians versus Reds. My team pick is Guardians minus 1.5 runs. Currently, Cincinnati holds the 3rd position in the National League Central Division with a respectable record of 32-35. Throughout this season, the Reds have been consistently scoring an average of 4.36 runs and collecting 7.35 hits per game. Their team batting average stands at .227, while their on-base percentage is .308. Impressively, the Reds have a positive run differential of +15 so far. However, their opponents have also been putting up a strong fight, scoring an average of 4.14 runs and collecting 7.98 hits per game against them. The opponent's batting average against the Reds is .238, and their on-base percentage is .312. The Reds have had a fairly decent record against the run line this season, with a standing of 36-31. However, their performance at home has not been as strong, with a record of 15-21 against the run line. Interestingly, the Reds seem to do better when playing following a loss, with a record of 20-14 against the run line. Unfortunately, in their last game, the Reds were unable to cover the run line, and this has been a trend in their last 4 games. The Cleveland Guardians have been dominating the American Central Division this season, currently holding the top spot with an impressive record of 43-22. Their offensive prowess is evident as they average 5.08 runs and 7.94 hits per game. With a team batting average of .240 and an on-base percentage of .318, the Guardians have proven to be a formidable force at the plate. Their success can also be attributed to their impressive run differential of +90. On the defensive end, opponents have struggled to keep up with the Guardians, scoring an average of only 3.67 runs and collecting 7.64 hits per game. Against the Guardians, opponents have a batting average of .230 and an on-base percentage of .298, further highlighting the team's strong defensive capabilities. The Guardians have been having a successful season so far, with a record of 38-27 against the run line. When playing on the road, their record against the run line is even more impressive at 22-14. It seems that the Guardians thrive in high-pressure situations, as they have a record of 24-18 against the run line following a win. In their last 3 games, Cleveland has covered the run line, and this has been the case in 4 of their last 6 games. Cleveland is playing quality baseball this season, as evident by their run line record and overall record. Go with the Guardians in Game 2 of this 3-game series with the Reds. My total pick is under 8.5 runs. The Cleveland Guardians have had an interesting season so far, with a total of 65 games played and 31 of them going over the posted total. However, when playing on the road, their record is slightly different, with only 16 out of 36 games going over the posted total. Interestingly, in 42 games following a win, the Guardians have seen 22 of them going under the posted total. This trend is consistent with their last game, which did not go over the posted total, and 6 out of their last 8 games have also finished under the posted total. On the other hand, the Reds have had a different experience this season, with 34 out of their 67 games going under the posted total. When playing at home, the Reds have seen 20 out of 36 games going under the posted total. After suffering a loss, the Reds have seen the next game go under the posted total in 17 out of 34 games. This trend is also reflected in their last 4 games, which have all gone under the posted total. Overall, both teams seem to have a higher chance of going under the posted total in this game. Go under the posted total in this big-time MLB matchup.